Welcome back. We're going to do another one of the host shows. You know, the host shows. The glorious ones.
We're going to do another one.
Alright, so we're going to do another one of the host shows. You know, Caleb Hammer. He's got this new one, and I have no clue what it's about. It was just posted about an hour ago. And, I am depressed right now about my finances, so let's make myself feel a little better. Come on, people, let's do this.
Hi, I'm Annabelle. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming down. I used to go to Chicago all the time. I love it.
So much fun. There's a lot to see there.
Freezing and dark, but sure. What do you do for a living there?
I'm a leasing agent there, technically also assistant property manager.
We get so many leasing agents on the show. Okay, what do you make there? Let's see how you compare to all of them.
I make on my direct deposit $42,000 a year.
Chicago, cheaper of the large cities for sure. Definitely most affordable, shrinking population, so that helps.
Yeah, a lot of people are leaving. I think actually for Texas.
Okay. I mean, I would too. Again, freezing and dark, but
the summers are.
But 42,000, you'd think it's not stretching very far in most cities. But again, not that it would stretch far in Chicago. Chicago is one of the cheaper ones.
It's not that cheap though. Like when I live on like a day-to-day basis there.
No, of course. It's still, big city.
Yeah.
In general, I just mean compared
alone.
to other cities.
Yeah. I guess that's true. I mean, that's why I didn't pick Boston. I was going to go to Boston before.
That would be crazy. At least with this income, I'm sure the cost of living would adjust a little better. But essentially my main question, how does that 42,000 stretch there? How you doing?
Okay. I can't really save, but that's because of other expenses.
What?
I'm paying for my part of my tuition.
Okay, am I back? Let me know because something happened with my computer. Oh my god, look at my hair. Oh, okay. We're back. Yes, no, maybe. I'm too loud, probably. Look at Dexter's new critters. I'm going to say I'm back. Okay, so, all right, let me go ahead and bring up the video because I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, my screen just went woohoo. So, all All right, give me 1 second. I gotta get it to full screen, and Dexter's not getting pizza today.
That's true.
Okay.
Parents had to move us down.
Uh-oh. She's a Florida chick. Hold on. Let's go back.
Two again, freezing and dark. But
The summers are
but
worth it.
42,000, you'd think it's not stretching very
Next-
far in most cities, but
Next week,
again,
you'll have the pizza.
not that it would stretch far.
Next week. Again on Monday or something. Well, no, actually, next week to me would be considered Thursday. So next Wednesday, Thursday. Unless they go on sale, buy one, get one free.
In Chicago, Chicago is one of the cheaper ones.
All right, so I have not seen this one. It says socialist brat thinks she's entitled to your money. I don't know what that means exactly. I honestly don't. I've got. Okay, so here's my thing. In my room, the way my desk is set up, I would literally have to set up my green screen behind me. To a chicken kitchen. I would literally have to set up my green screen behind me so you wouldn't be able to see my room. So I've been sitting out here in the living room. You can see. Okay. And it's very difficult to do that because I'm leaning forward, I'm leaning back, I'm going this way, that way. And in order for me to even do this, I'm working on one screen. So I can't even see your toast unless I have my phone out and then I'm under my own account. It's insane. But we're going to watch this socialist rant. If you made it through that rant, by all means, pat yourself on the back because I don't know how you did
it. It's not that cheap though. Like when I live on like a day-to-day basis there.
No, of course. It's still, big city
Yeah,
in general. I just mean
eggs
compared to
alone.
other cities.
Yeah. I guess that's true. I mean, that's why I didn't pick Boston. I was going to go to Boston
Oh,
before.
that would be crazy. At least with this income, I'm sure the cost of living would adjust a little better. But
Right.
essentially, my main question: how does that 42,000 stretch there? How you doing?
Okay. I can't really save, but that's because of other expenses.
Why?
I'm paying for my part of my tuition, and then I also.
Are you a full-time student?
No.
Are you full-time at the Lucy?
Yes.
Okay. And what is this schooling thing?
So originally I came to Chicago first.
All right, you don't know me, the crazy baking lady, okay? I've been working on this coconut cookie recipe for a while, and I've been trying to get it down to where it's like more healthy type ingredients. All right, I don't even know what the coconut sweet with. Okay, so these are smaller and thinner because I was trying to make them. We're gonna see about that, Parsons. We will see. Let me go ahead and shift and put my mobile hotspot on just in case this thing kicks me off. Okay, so this is currently the cookie. It's smaller than the other ones. These are like bite size. They are coconut and flour and coconut oil, coconut milk, eggs, because I'm still putting eggs in them, but 0% sugar. I am using stevia in order to make these. So she probably dressed like that because they really like color. The black and white thing doesn't really pop to them. So, but yeah.
To move to Florida or move from Florida, excuse me.
Oh,
sorry.
From Florida. Okay.
Yeah, I moved from
So
Florida.
you're born and raised in Florida.
Born in Michigan. I lived in Michigan until I was 10. That's when the 2008 crash happened.
No, honey, I'm not trying to kill you. I can make them with sugar. It's just that we don't use sugar in my house. No, I had a very large back from before they skyrocketed, Parsons.
Happened, and my parents had to move us down to Florida.
Also, I want chickens. This is something I've been wanting. I've been wanting chickens because of the eggs. And no, honey, I did not put honey in them.
Okay.
So middle school, high
Sure.
school, a little bit of college.
Wait, so what is this Florida to Chicago thing?
At 25, I was so tired of living in
Years
Orlando.
ago? Okay.
Eggs
Yeah,
are
and so I
really
decided
right now.
I've been visiting Chicago every summer since 2018. I love the culture, and I just wanted a change of pace. Orlando became
What
such
does this have to do with?
Oh, sugar.
with
Honey,
school.
honey, you
Well,
are my candy girl.
after I didn't finish school in Orlando, and so when
So you did some college in Orlando.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I moved to Chicago and I got established there, one of my bosses suggested I finish up at least a bachelor's. So I'd have that.
Bachelor's in what? What are you doing? What's the schooling situation?
Oh, I go to Columbia College, Chicago.
Yeah.
It is, I'm going for
Isn't that
creative.
private?
Yes, it is private. It is.
42,000 hours a year. Parents helping?
No.
Okay. What are you studying and how far are you into this?
I am studying creative writing with a concentration.
What?
Oh,
What are you gonna
come
do with
on. Okay.
You can do, okay. That's
Okay, what is it? All right. Why do I have a feeling that creative writing is one of those BS things? All right. You either can describe things, imagine things, and describe them. But if you're going to a class because you are not creative enough to write something that is creative, maybe you don't need that class in particular. I don't know. I've never taken classes, but the things I write is absolutely ridiculous.
That's what gets me about this. Every industry needs communicators. And I'm studying nonfiction creative writing.
Okay,
Nonfiction.
copywriting?
So maybe publications. I could
Is that what
do.
people study when they go into copywriting?
I don't know. Honestly,
Because this is creative writing. I'm not in the writing space, so I
What
don't
is
know.
that?
I mean,
Correct.
I love to type out like stupid little emails and send them off to the people on our newsletter, but that's fun.
That's creative writing.
Yes, but it's me being dumb
If
without
that's
a creative writing degree. I'm
That's
curious,
what
like
she's
what
learning in
you
that
would.
class. If that's what she's learning in that class. Then she has no creativity. She's taking this class, this BS class, for that, or she's thinking it's an easy A. What about taco lasagna? You ever had that? Oh, you're not using noodles. Not using noodles. You're using tortillas. I'll take these away from me. I enjoy these.
I love the idea. I mean, writer on the side, of course. My dad was an editor. My mom was a translator. So I just came from communicators.
And they had to move.
Okay, let me explain taco lasagna before you all try to kill me. But to all you out there, it was at Publix Apron Meals, okay? And it was they don't carry this no more, so you kind of have to make it yourself. And use cream and cheese to make it. Cream and cheddar cheese or Mexican cheese, blend, whatever the heck you want to use, okay? It is ground meat. You cook it, you put the seasoning on, and then you use that cream cheese, and you mix it into the meat. And then you take and you layer your tortillas. You put the layer of the tortilla, put some cheese, you put the meat, with the mixture, you put another layer, you put the cheese, you put the meat, and you continue up. I mean, you got beans to it too. And you bake it. And when it comes out, it's yummy. I haven't done it in a while. I probably should.
Moved from Michigan after the 08.
Well, my dad was working at the Construction Association of Michigan, and he was in like the head of the department that deals with communications and PR, and that department wasn't making
But
any
what
money.
do you want to do, lady, with
Okay.
this? With this, the thing that we're talking about right now, the answer that I'm trying to get out of you.
I want to own properties
Hmm?
and work you know, like I want to be my own landlord, have a bunch of properties around, but I also have a
Right.
passion
That would
for
be lovely.
Copywriting? Wait, we're getting a
You know what? I would love to be able to be a realtor and make a lot of money, but that's not exactly a good career choice right now because I am not very people person-y. See, here's the thing. I have realtors in my family. They do very good work. They get very good pay. Me, I try to do the skincare sales because my cousin Rachel, she makes good money on that. She said, hey, we'll bring you in. We'll see what we can do. I'm not good at that. All right. I don't know how. I don't know how to sell myself. I can sell a cake to you. I can make you understand exactly everything and all that. I can tell you every single detail of the cake of that. But I don't know how to present myself to sell myself, which is why I have so few followers I'm betting.
a copywriting degree for that? That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Wait, why do you need the degree then?
That's the term they use. You have to have your personality brings people in order to create. Okay, listen, I don't understand how it goes. I just know that many of the companies that I've heard that do like commissions and stuff has said you have to practically sell yourself in order to sell people on what you're selling, which means you have to be 100% sure. Pitch. That's the word. Pitch. Then I'm around a lot of people who don't know what the word. Oh God. I'm gonna shut up now and just play the video.
Then, because you don't need a degree for any of those. You don't need a degree to do your own writing. You don't need a degree to start getting in the world of real estate. What is the degree for? I am not anti-degree. I am anti-dumb degree or waste of time and waste of money, especially at a private institution. And sure, a cheap major city, but still expensive because it's major city.
Right. Okay.
Also, how are we in the world of even talking about real estate when literally the first credit card that is in front of me is a credit one, which is the definition of okay, you're
that I've had that one for years, and
which means you've been for years.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're thinking real estate. Okay, curious. Go ahead though.
So
that's our logic. Also, by the way, copywriting, which was the example, most common degrees for copywriting is English, marketing, communications, journalism, or business. I didn't see creative writing in.
Well, I would like to be a published writer myself.
Okay,
I would love to have that happen.
Anything nonfiction. I mean, originally, okay, so I have a lot of friends in the music scene in Chicago. And so I would love to write about that. I don't want to work for Pitchfork or anything, but I would love to write about the music scenes. In nonfiction,
how much does someone actually get paid for that, for being honest? Because I'm okay with you not making much if you don't have ambitions for a lot of things financially. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do whatever you want. But you're talking about the world of real estate. It requires capital to get in. Even if you do FHA and, of course, like Burr Method, whatever like that.
For sure. But that's why my experience happening at my job is useful while I'm also getting a degree. Because say if this job is no longer going to be around and I have my bachelor's on hand, then that means that I can work at like Zillow or something and get a great job. Right now, I've been...
Okay, it is a little different though. This isn't 2021 where if you had to get any job just because you had a degree.
Right.
You know, certifications and stuff boost, and degrees can help, but you have to have at least something in the niche a little more now than then. I mean, if you just look at the chart of just software engineer job openings, it's kind of like flatlined. It's not that you're doing that, but like I can just go get a job at Zillow because I have a degree. Yes, you're likely to get hired more than someone that doesn't have a degree or doesn't have experience, but you're probably also going to lose out to someone that has something a little more niche for the job that they're looking at. It's not a solve all, especially in the economic situation right now for job openings.
I get, but I have a passion for this kind of writing. Like when it comes to like,
is the degree
I have a
required?
passion for
That's my
writing.
issue.
I
From
do.
a private
I know
institution,
this 'cause-
again, I am not anti-degree. I'm
Fine.
not even anti this. I studied
fine.
music. Like, come on.
so then you wait.
So I do
I've learned
understand.
a lot. I've learned a lot from being in this degree that I didn't know about
At a
writing
private
beforehand.
institution.
Yeah, I mean,
What's your
it's-
tuition?
I have some tuition paid under.
I just feel that this is a BS degree. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Don't come for me in the comments. I mean, you can comment what you think about it, but I honestly feel that's a BS degree, okay?
I get the government loans, the student loans, like the subsidized, unsubsidized.
Yeah.
I last semester, I think per month, I had to spend, I think,
Per month?
$586, which you see.
$586 a month?
Yes, because they let me have a payment
it?
plan for the 3 months.
Wait. On the student loans?
No. On the rest of the tuition that couldn't be covered under the student loan.
Semester tuition or per credit hour tuition that you are paying?
I never checked that because
I have not gotten a degree. I have never gone to college. From homeschooling, I had to go get a job. And since then, I have not had the time to go and do a kind of like college courses or stuff. I am trained in a trade that I was taught from when I was a child, but I have no degree in it. It's something that I can automatically pick up and restart doing, but it's not exactly the best thing. I am self-taught in baking. I am self-taught in cooking. My son goes, "Mommy, do you think you could open a restaurant with your stuff?" I said, "Yes, probably. I probably could. With my baking skills and my cooking skills, I'm pretty sure I would be able to open a restaurant and run it successfully, but I do not have the complete knowledge on how to do that or anything like that either. So I have just been following a career path at the place I work because technically I do not need a degree. Having a degree could help me, but it's something that when I first spoke to my manager about possibly going into a culinary arts school for their greater skills, she looked me directly in the eyes after she has her culinary arts degree and told me it's not worth it. Because she already knew that I knew a lot of stuff and I was able to do a lot of stuff. And she says it's not worth it because all you're going to be doing is basically learning just how to use different flours than you do now. You already pretty much know what you're doing. So why go and continue to do that? I'll teach you what I know. And trust me, she taught me a lot of things about different type of baking from flours that we had at the job. Most of the things I bake, I don't even use measuring. I just use the basic knowledge I have in order to get them. Now, honestly, I could use rising agent in my cookies to make them more fluffy. But I don't want to look for those rising agents in my house. Everything's getting moved around. We're about to redo the dining room kitchen area because it's just getting too clustered. We have not enough space. So honestly, I would love to be able to film that where you guys can watch me take apart that area and redo it. But I think my landlord would kill me. All right, back to the show. I hope that clarifies some things. Let's put this here too because someone said something nice. Where is the one that's like nice to me? Here, put me over there. No. Put me back down here. Now. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. Oh, but if I did go to school, there are a few career paths that I would have taken, whether it be teaching, which I know is a terrible paying, or I could have gone into veterinary studies, which went along very well with the trade I was taught. So
I just get set up on a payment plan.
I'm not against getting a degree in passion. I know that people are going to take this out of context.
Also, if you ask Jim, I do have a little bit of creative writing background.
There's just correct paths to do it, and you are in a situation of not making too much for a relatively expensive place. Going to a private institution for a degree that typically does not have the best return on investment, if we're being frank. And I can be frank because I did the bullshit type degree as well.
But it's not okay. It's not bullshit. But the type of
in terms of return on connections, please don't be that.
Well,
oh my gosh,
no.
That's
I mean,
all. That is what everyone in the arts says when they talk about getting a degree. That was my justification for when I was getting the degree as well. I was also kind of bullshit myself. I met people I wouldn't have met. It really didn't really turn into much anyway.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, but
and I was actually successful compared to like 99% of the people in what I was trying to study. So I'm just saying that is some hard cope.
I mean, I get that you're successful in this, but
no.
I would also like to be able to code. Okay, I would absolutely love to be able to take and write out program coding because there is so many types of games, educational games for kids that I believe I could. I mean, I have different ideas for games that, because I have Dexter and I've seen their learning games, and I have so many different ideas of how to improve those games. If I could code and design the games, I think I could make money on that.
No, in music composition, okay. I dropped out and I was making more money than basically anyone I knew except for a couple of successful composers.
Doing music composition.
Yes. Sales made more money, so I did sales because I wanted to pay off debt and live a better life.
Well, apparently, okay, so what I've been explained to by a professor is that, if I get...
Also has gone through the whole permanently in school forever, and now they work at a school, so that might be a biased opinion, but please.
I wouldn't mind being some kind of English professor or anything. There's so many different ways that I can make my future go forward, and that's why it's like, okay, sure. If I have something real income, like real estate that I'm talking about, but then I'm also
how do you get into that if you've spent trillions of dollars on a private institution degree that doesn't have a normal return on investment?
It's the education that I'm getting from working directly under a developer. My office is right next to a not huge developer, but a decent.
What's that? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to finish at least getting educated and understand what it takes to be a writer, what is involved with writing, maybe how I can better my craft. I mean, the 3 semesters that I've been there.
For the price that you're paying for those classes, you could just find some books on Audible and listen to them while you're doing other jobs.
Already, I've learned...
3 semesters, how many more do you have? Because you're not full time. So what is this doing? How many credit hours are you doing right now?
Right now, I was only able to take 2 classes this semester.
How many credit hours per class, though?
3. So 6 credit hours.
And how much is it on a monthly basis right now?
For this semester, it's $81.
Per month?
Per month.
Whoa, hold on. But is that 81? No. You said you're on a payment plan, though.
Right.
So are they adjusting that over the course of how long?
3 months. Or as long as the semester is going. So my semester ends in May. So 5 months.
Confused.
I know. I don't pay attention.
What is your tuition situation? What is your tuition situation? Because if it costs nothing, then yeah, can do it, of course. What is your tuition situation? I'm so confused.
I get out the student loans And then I also, do you mean like how much it is per credit hour? Because it changes per credit, like per like.
Oh.
My brain hurts.
Class that I'm taking.
Are you on anything special, or are you just paying the normal price?
I'm paying the normal rate.
Okay, then let's find out. What's the per credit hour cost of
Columbia
What? There's two.
Columbia College, Chicago.
Next month, we are starting a new type of budget thing. So let me know if you want to see that insanity my mother has come up with. So by all means.
I like the other one more.
I know. And when I say I go to Columbia, it's kind of funny sometimes because people will be like, oh my God, wow, Columbia University. And I'm like, not that smart, but
because it's $95. That's maybe like after student loans, because you're not taking into account your student loans. Per credit hour is $8.16.
Okay, all right. It is, what did she say, about $85 to $90 a month. Okay, what is she taking student loans out for?
Yeah, that sounds right.
You're undergraduate though?
Yes. But still, I'm already in my major base classes. All of my gen eds were done at a community college in Florida over like 6 years. And that's another reason why I just wanted to leave Orlando.
So $4,896 per semester for you, but you're a half-time student. You're not even a full-time. Isn't 12 hours required as full-time, but most like...
But they don't bring people on unless they have a job. She's got a full-time job.
They go 15, 16. So...
anyone who does 15 credit hours in a semester is killing themselves.
Okay, that's...
Her yearly
like the average
the rest
is
of us
like,
did, but that's okay. I mean, I think... Well, I guess that's why you're
How
doing...
can I be full-time student if I have to work also? Like I have like...
Well, that's why
this
you're
job
doing an
gives me
easy degree.
Creative writing is not easy. It's an intensive reading and writing based. There's a lot of reading. I had to do like 80 pages of reading alone for one of the classes that I'm taking per week.
You had to read a book in college?
I enjoy reading. I'm just saying that like it is a lot of work on top of also trying to market these buildings.
It's mostly trying to trigger you, and it worked very easily. Creative writing, by the way, $1,257 per credit hour in creative writing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't.
So 1257 times 1257 times this is an interesting start to a financial audit, I'll be honest. 7,542 for a semester. That's half time.
That makes,
and you're borrowing that.
Right.
Does that sound right? Yeah, the 90 something that you gave me was fucking bullshit.
I think I'm gonna stay what I'm doing because I've got 401k, I got stock options, 40 hours guaranteed. I think I'm good.
Bullshit.
Well, that's per month after my student loans that I have to pay out of pocket.
Student loans, so you're borrowing for a degree that's not going to have a return on investment. Okay, I got some statistics around it. I got some statistics around it. Graduates with a bachelor's degree in creative writing, average base salary. Also, this includes average, so highest earners as well, who have been in the career for a long time, $63,000 a year. You know,
but that's only the writing part. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm also still trying to focus on learning about real estate development and dealing with stuff like that in my job right now. So then I'd have two ways of making income: a passion and then something that's more grounded. That's my game plan.
Unemployment rate for creative writers is double the United States unemployment rate. But
I'm not only a creative writer.
I know, but you are spending $7,542 per semester. Halftime. That's the issue. I don't have an issue with the arts. I have an issue of how you go about it, and you are going about it in an objectively, from everything we've learned so far, stupid way. Stupid. Why aren't you going to a public institution?
I didn't think of it being in Chicago. I didn't think of it. I know that there's
What?
obviously, I mean, UIC is so much more tech based. Like the colleges I'm thinking of,
Northwestern's there.
again, also another very
Probably
techy
community college.
I mean, yeah,
Techie?
there, yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you can
those
go in
are-
your niche. I went to an engineering school, but I studied it in the College of Music. The fuck are you talking about?
Okay, have you the Columbia College Chicago? It's located.
7,540.
It's located.
How many
on
credit
Michigan
hours have you
Ave.
completed of how many credit hours you need to complete for this creative writing degree? Huh? Can you give me that?
I'm
Can I have some kind of information here? When it comes to finances, you've probably
Oh
got
my
your eye on the
God.
usual stuff. Budget your family, applying
Please
for
carry me there
unlike
for a second.
protection for me with no like work, family. Have a sure to check out this. Just take my and it's a country who accepts
very,
fabric.
very,
Okay,
very
get there?
long time.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're continuing 6 credit hours a
Yeah,
semester to get there.
yeah. I'm trying to go as fast as I can because of the fact that
Completing the spring semester gets you there, or you hit it in spring.
completing it in spring.
Okay,
and I know
so-
it's slow. It's
So 4 more semesters. Is that what I'm hearing?
yes,
After the one you're already doing.
yes.
Okay, so an extra 30,000. That is just
It is 30,000. That's almost my entire yearly. Oh my God.
under what the average person borrows to go to a 4-year institution in general across the board. And you're doing that just to complete, and you've already been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I
How
know.
much in student loans do you have?
About 33.
That's just 10,000 less than she makes in a year.
Oh, you're going to double. You're doubling for a degree that has double the unemployment rate
I
for
made-
the average American. Come on!
I made-
Come on! That's stupid. That is stupid. I have to get across that. That is objectively stupid. That is stupid. That is stupid for a degree that you don't even want to use for your primary job. And then you're like, I'm going to go get real estate. That's going to solve the entire thing. Good luck. You live in a failing real estate town anyway. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think that's entirely true. Okay, yes, during
How? I don't think I'm ever going to college.
when I was in, that's only how I've ever known how I would work. Doing
I
like
ain't
the
never
6
gone to
years
college.
in
That's
Florida
what
doing my
you
AA, I had to do that because I was again also working full time.
Was everyone this
And-
dumb up there? Is that what I came down here for? Or that pretentious
I-
with thinking that a creative
How
writing
long
degree makes
is
them better than
now?
everyone else?
Okay, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess there are some.
M-E.
I don't. I'm not seeing myself as this like
Who's that?
only writer, like the next Kafka or something like
By the
that.
way, no, you have 35.
Oh my God!
Student loans. So you.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. Traffic violations. Traffic violations? What the heck did she do?
You were wrong, and you're gonna basically double it.
That's more.
Well,
than
That's why I said I had
really
33,000 already. So
Yeah,
35,000. Excuse me. Okay,
35.6, yeah.
$2,000.
Which is
which is
in-
like one semester.
$2,000 is a substantial amount of money, especially for someone who makes $40,000 a year. So that just shows that you honestly have no value of the dollar because you've just borrowed everything forever, have been probably a spoiled little brat in different ways throughout
Oh
life.
my God.
No, that is
Come
100%
on.
not. No, I
Then,
wasn't-
then
no,
you would
I-
be able
okay.
to value $2,000.
I was not taught. I had to. Okay, I
None
had
of us
to
are.
teach everything
one's
on my
taught. We
all
on my
do.
own. Like at
Congratulations.
19.
Well, thing that everyone has to go through at 8
Okay,
in the United States.
Figure
I-
this
Except for
stuff
the youngest
out.
generation, they're being
When I figured this stuff out as we get older. If you don't, you drowned. It's called being an adult. Adulting. Doing things you don't want to do because you have to survive.
infantilized quite a bit. But either way.
I didn't have help going through the beginning of college. I had to figure out everything on my own, and yes, it was sloppy.
Oh, just
And it
like
was-
me, just like everyone back there in the booth.
Why? Why should you have had help? If it's your choice to go to college. Oh, look at that. Someone's helping. Because I can't self-promote. Yay! But, why were you entitled to have someone help you? to get through your first year of college. Why were you entitled to that?
Just like the majority of the audience, that's what we all go through. It is not an excuse to continue being a failure into our upper 20s.
I know I know I'm trying to make things different. That's why
we're continuing studying a degree that has practically no return on investment at a private institution that is going to have us borrowing double the average student loans for a 4-year degree.
I just can't think of any other college that's public that would have a creative writing.
Do you need it? That is what I'm saying. Do you need it? If you want to just write on the side, write on the side.
Go away from me.
Prove that you can deliver the value. Try to get. This is creative writing. This isn't a fucking medical degree. This is not a law degree. This is not.
I know, but
if you have the skills, music composition, for example, and this is one reason why I dropped out, because I was actually making money, and I was making more money off of my own music than my professors made off their own music. So I was like, I don't actually need a degree. It's based on whether or not I can form consortiums and sell my music. That's what I need. But you can prove the writing skills you have to do what you want to do. And that doesn't even, you don't even want that to be your main thing. Again, college degree, good, great. When done well, you're not. It's stupid.
This is how I see it. I have the writing, like the form, the craft, all that stuff, but there are things like learning how to publish, learning how to get published, where to submit it, how to submit. Those are things that I didn't know. We live in a very interesting
age of technology where you could probably learn all of that on YouTube, Google, GPT, like anything. You could probably join groups and learn. You could probably join private mentorship. You could probably find a writer in that area and pay them for like a weekly mentorship session for the course of 6 months and learn everything without having to go through all that extra bullshit. And it would be better off. For the arts. That is often how that works.
But
for engineering, no. For the arts, yes.
If I'm already in this degree, though, and I'm already at Columbia, what's the point of dropping out to another school again?
I'm not saying going to another. I say fucking stop, because you don't need this degree for what you're trying to do. You're sunk loss in it, but you're still going to double what you're borrowing just to complete this thing.
I mean,
also,
I can
Gen
always
Ed
try.
For those that want to go into arts, I suggest as many Gen Eds as they possibly can at a community
That's
college.
what I did.
Wow.
This is all
really
major classes.
That you are really, because you have so much in debt for someone that had a little bit of
I mean, okay, all of the main debt that I have is student loans. Yeah, I've been in college my entire 20s and stuff, but it just
really all 7 years.
Well, I mean,
and 18 and 19.
I've taken breaks.
You've been in college for a decade. How much?
It's taken her that long to understand creative writing.
Breaks
like $8 or 8 years. I mean, 8 years.
Okay, see, you're continuing. No wonder the professor fucking loves you. You did the same thing they did. They never left college. Like there is something. There is some weird cycle where people just never leave, and we need people to teach. We need people to research. We need these things, absolutely. Okay. But there are some people, and you are showing the signs of who will never be able to operate in life outside of a classroom setting.
I mean,
which is scary.
There were 2 years, the 2 years that I first moved to Chicago, or the 1 year that I first moved to Chicago, I wasn't in school. I was like, you know what? I barely got my AA in Florida. I'll ride on that.
Do I need an ego? I already have no personality. Do I need an ego? Thank you.
That for a little bit or whatever. And then that's when my boss was like, no one's going to take you seriously, barely an AA. So I was like, okay, well, let me check out schools around. And then at the same time,
I'm not against degrees. You're just going for not a pointless degree. Well,
again,
degrees that have better career paths.
So I'm going to blend in with marketing, every other girl that has a marketing degree.
Yes. Hey, you know what happens with those girls that you blend in? They get jobs.
Unless you have an ability to stand out. I mean, really stand out. You're just going to blend in with everyone else. They're going to go, oh, look, this one has a degree too. What else is on there? There's some volunteers. This one has a lot of money and has a degree. Huh.
Okay. Well,
I would rather blend in with a job.
But again, if there's 10 girls all applying for the same thing, they all have marketing degrees, and I'm the one that has a creative writing degree.
They'll
and
pick the one with the qualified degree.
It's qualifiable.
It's not one of the leading ones for copywriting, which is one of the jobs you brought up.
And you don't think that maybe when I get the interview, I could talk to them and say, hey,
you have to get past the recruiter first.
Look, when I talked to one of my tenants, she said that she had a creative writing degrey and she was making bank. She
might be. What was she doing though? It's not again.
She was working in tech.
Doing.
I don't know. I just saw
what
her.
Did you want to ask if you're going to use that damn example?
When I told her,
maybe she went through a coding boot camp and codes now.
But that's why I would get my real estate license.
Oh, or so like more.
Well, yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. I started getting the real estate classes.
I gotta getting into these numbers, girl. Go on, finish.
Okay. I applied to Columbia at the same time to try and move forward since I had moved up from Florida. And when I started my real estate license, I got accepted to Columbia. So the real estate license kind of fell off to the side. And I didn't finish the class that I was paying for, but I'm going to do that now that I only take 2 classes. Who doesn't pay for a real estate class? Everyone pays for a real estate class. Yeah, but
you didn't finish it. You paid for something you didn't finish.
And you currently work in the real estate field. Does that show you how meaningless the creative writing degree is if you're working in a real estate field, but you still haven't finished that part of the degree?
I know. I mean, there's okay. I mean, I can always go back
to it. Alrighty, lady. Let's move on for fuck's sake. Good death. Okay. Wow. Woo! Yeah, you seem like everyone that's been in college for 8 years and has never actually lived real life. Everything's making sense so far. Where do you think your finances are on a score to 0 to 10? 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best. Where do you think you are?
I've been mostly in real life and on the side in classes.
That's not a score.
I'm not okay. 7. I would say I'm at a 7 out of 10. Like 10 being the best.
Why does he look like that?
I would say like a 7. I don't have anything crazy.
Why does he look like that? Why does he look like that?
There's a credit 1 in front of me. You're doubling your student loans at a private thing for a worthless degree. You're going.
He just said credit 1. Oh God, no.
Going for creative writing. Is your brain also creatively? Like that is an insane score. I've never heard. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't.
What?
I'm sorry.
Has the lack of seeing sun
last one you did
flattened your brain?
The summers are really sunny.
I feel like good thing it's the winter right now.
I mean, it's what I'm looking forward to. I don't. But okay, besides the
you're
schooling,
a 7.
Everything else is not terrible. Like,
listen, you've heard.
Is she trying to say that she's a 7 because that's where she thinks she is on a scale of 1 to 10 in the beauty preference?
Heard guys call you a 7 for too long in your life. That's where you think you are.
I mean, I don't. Okay, sure.
What is this?
I don't think so, but I guess
if you watch your Hammer Financial Score and you're not a complete dumbass, you can check out the link in the description below. It's a good time. You can see where you stand in the world of finances, and if you want to come on the show, come down to Austin, Texas, even from a place where you're dodging bullets to get to the airport. You can. I'm kidding. I like Chicago. I do like Chicago. I love visiting there. Just couldn't do it in the winter. Either way, you can come down here, go to calebhammer.com/apply. You fully, I like to ask a question every once in a while just because there's weird pearl clutchers out there that luckily aren't in the audience, but whatever. I like to ask, you applied for the show? Good job. You're getting a little bullied right now.
Yeah.
There's going to be a crazy thumbnail. You agreed to all that?
Of course.
You watched all the onboarding videos?
Yes.
Had the onboarding phone calls? Mm-hmm. So you're fully aware of what you're doing right now?
I know. I'm 100%. Yeah. I'm here. And
those people can off.
Okay.
Weird pearl clutches. I will never understand them. Okay. But either way, good. And then you can come down and go through the whole process too and hang out with Lindsay and Jake and myself. It's a good time. Okay.
They're great.
They are great. And I wish some of their greatness rubbed off on you because I see Credit One right here. Credit One. Let's talk about Credit One.
Okay. I had gotten that when I was.
She immediately goes into a whole tale.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have to.
Well, go ahead.
Okay.
What were you getting?
I had gotten it when I was, again, in my early 20s. I needed to find some kind of way to help boost my credit score back up. It didn't know. I looked it up.
Okay, wow. This one from looking up.
Why did she say back?
Tell me now. Okay.
I think it was suggested on Credit Karma as one of the cards that I would have high approval for, and I knew that any kind of extra credit card would help. I had a Capital One card along with my Discover at one point,
listen, it says a $53.77 balance. There's a $53.77 balance. It's not crazy, $30 minimum payment. But the thing is, you still have $5 of interest accruing. Fees like crazy because it's a stupid credit card. You can't spend that much money on this card anyway because the limit's not even that high. But you did spend $148.98 on a card that is accruing interest that has fees. I don't get it. It's for Audible. Go to a fucking library. You go to a school, so I know there's a library there. Drip Dessert, Mariano's. You spent your PetSmart there, Amazon Prime, a vending machine, $206 of fees, and $99 of interest so that we can get Audible instead of a fucking
Can I be so real with you right now? I did not know that I had an Audible subscription at all.
Why don't you look at your books? Why don't you look at anything? Why don't you look at a statement? I'm so confused. I am so confused. I will never get there. Even when I was stupid, I at least looked at my credit card. I just didn't know that it was bad, that it was a high balance. But I at least looked at where money was happening.
I didn't know that. I guess it had been added to like my Amazon Prime account, and I didn't realize that. Because you can get Audible with Amazon, and I didn't realize that it had been added.
Why? How? You did it.
I don't like audiobooks. I like reading them, so I don't know how that happened. But PetSmart and Mariano's sound right though, because Mariano's is
hit a button.
And vending machine, Amazon, and Drip Dessert.
It's like
it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit except for the PetSmart probably, but who knows? Every time I go in there, I always get like 50 different things for fun.
I do.
See, it's all bullshit.
No, but I probably
that's not funny. You can't even afford your degree. That's not going to pay for itself.
Laugh. I'm sorry.
Huh?
It's a coping laugh.
Yeah, you cope all throughout life trying to justify
coping.
Okay, Mariano's is actually, even though it looks like it's a nicer grocery store, it's cheaper than Jewel a lot of times. Jewel Osco.
Any of those are.
Jewel Osco is like a grocery store that paints itself as cheaper, but it's not. Like it's like $6 eggs and like $7 creamer.
Listen, I don't know what you're getting, but usually when I see a cheap bill, someone's going in for some bullshit typically. But the thing is, listen, if you don't even know you have an Audible, you are not leaving this building. You are not leaving this building until you download my Simpler Budget app, the one we custom created for you. You literally have to, because you get premium for free forever. You guys get a multi-week trial when you sign up. But either way, you get that. You would know. You would know. It would tell you subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. It's all. You would have that. You would see the interest. You'd see how much you're spending on vending machines. You would see it. You wouldn't even have to go through your statement. Being automated and get.
It's Parsons' fault.
Thanks to your accounts. Right. You do not get to leave until you. The Simpler Budget app.
Okay.
Because your budget is. You didn't even know.
If
you didn't even know you had an Audible.
It's built into like card bills would be. The vending machine is when I'm at school.
Why on Credit One that is accruing horrible interest and fees though? Why not in a checking account?
But if I end up paying, because I don't have my debit card on Apple Pay.
Then put it on Apple Pay.
I've just been forgetting.
Don't forget. Do it while you're sitting in the airport on the way home. You're going to be sitting there doing nothing.
I'll probably do that then, but...
Well, you should have done it already. You're a child. Again, this is what happens when you have not had to deal with the real world because you've just been in the classroom forever.
I've always dealt with the real world.
Yeah,
I've worked so many jobs besides just... I've had to do... I've worked in bullshit... before I was doing leasing. I was a fraud analyst.
That should have given fraud, yeah.
But I saw how people rotated their payments on their credit cards before the interest charges.
So maybe you shouldn't have horrible debt because you were in the prime position to see other people struggle, which is usually
People rotated. How the heck did they do that?
I mean, people see people struggle on this show like they're seeing you struggle, and that oftentimes leads them to life. I would think
Right.
the same thing would happen when you're talking Apple calls.
I know I did see some of it, so I learned some good traits on how to take
Then
care of
why are
credit
you so
cards. I mean,
What's your living situation? Do you have a roommate?
no, I live alone. I live in a rent controlled apartment.
Okay.
I live in one of the ARO units that they have in Chicago.
Arrow?
ARO, so Affordable Requirement Ordinance. It
Okay.
just means that like whenever a developer builds a
What's your
brand new
rent?
building, 1170.
Okay, it's still not cheap, especially for your income.
That is
What hits your
really
account
cheap
net?
for where it is right now.
Yeah, no, you're not. What hits your account on a monthly basis?
Oh,
income-wise?
like 2872 or something like that. 2872, and
I
then
had 28.
I have
Yep,
okay.
2804.
well, so
I have stars
Instead
and
of
Paramount.
giving
So
me
half your income.
Stars
is
has
not
videos
entirely.
one likes
So
to
because
watch, and
instead of
Paramount has
giving me
SpongeBob
a
and
raise,
Knuckles.
what happened was
And some
I
other
get
shows
and I
that
get
watch.
not all of
I
my
don't
money
watch
on a direct
SpongeBob and
deposit.
Knuckles, that's for
So
that.
I get a second check. I get an additional check instead of a raise to
third
my
check?
normal. No, that check, the second check. So I get my
A
regular
bonus?
direct deposit.
So you get a bonus 2,800.
No, I
What are
get
you saying?
okay. I get semi-annual bonuses. I get 2 bonuses a year, about 4,000, which you'll
Okay.
see on the statement. But every single month, I'll get my regular direct deposit of 2,800,
Mhm.
and then another side check of 1,200. It was a way to give me a raise
I'm
without
not
giving
having
me a
the
raise
1,200. How often does that hit? Monthly?
monthly.
I don't get it. Where's the money coming from?
It's
How's it
from
not
work.
a raise?
It's not a raise to my direct deposit.
How is it being sent as? Is it considered a bonus? What is it
It's
marketed
just,
as?
It's
to
just
you?
given as a check each month on my desk at the beginning of each month when I get paid.
All right, guys, this is super exciting for this financial audit channel. Membership at the elite level or upgrade from pro to elite. I'm going to pay for it. I am going to directly reimburse you for the $5 steps. Call into our new
Honestly, Ash,
videos. It's
Bane.
so the link in the description below or the pinned comment below, and I'll see you guys. That expires at the end. I don't get how that's. But and you're normally paid direct deposit, and this is a check.
yes,
And it's not considered a bonus.
yes, because our regular 4,000 twice a year.
Who's getting sloppy toppy? What is happening?
No,
I'm so
No.
confused.
no, it was because so
Such
our
a weird way to do it.
no,
How does the tax situation thing work with that?
I would-
Do you get withholdings,
I get withholdings from my direct
but
deposit.
not the check?
Right.
Not
I
the
would
check.
not the check. I would
Is
do
it
that
legal
myself.
money?
It was because
Is
of
it legal money?
100%. It's for health insurance and transportation.
So it's a stipend.
I guess so. We had so our receptionist got let go. And so, obviously I think because of the fact that there was a little bit extra room in their budget.
Did we see it?
Yeah, I missed it on there. It's on the screen. I just
Okay, yeah, we have it. Okay.
Mhm.
What?
Nothing.
Keep explaining.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what that's just it, is that I get the 1,200. It just helps expenses
But
that might relate
taxes
to
aren't withheld beforehand,
for the 1,200. No,
so you owe taxes on that by the end of the year.
Not.
Are
probably.
you W-2?
I am W-2.
How this doesn't make
Trying
sense.
not to nod off, okay?
It's a mid-sized firm. I don't know. I
Sometimes these things make me tired.
guess
We
maybe it
pay
was to
everyone
help
correctly
with.
here. We're mid-sized, small actually.
I don't know what the thought process was.
because I am
What do they
still very,
call it?
very far.
What is the term?
My additional check.
That's what they call it.
They call it my additional check, and I'm not the only one that gets this in the office.
Okay, wait. They fired someone. So now they split that person's check for everyone in the office.
So it's not just me. I don't know. It just makes sense because we have to also like pay for health insurance on and stuff. So it's still technically employer pay, but he didn't there isn't a plan through the employer.
And you know for a fact taxes are not withheld, because that's the thing that's tripping me up.
Yes, I know for a fact because it's a like check that is written up and he signs and puts on all of our desks.
So it's
Are we
essentially a
sure?
bonus.
I guess you could call it that, but he doesn't want to call it a bonus because we have our own bonuses in the summer and in the winter.
And they specifically say it's for health insurance and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But do
When I
you
told
use
him
it
when
for
open
that?
enrollment happened, I was like, hey, you know, this is how we do in the office. We say, hey, like this is what health insurance would cost. And then, you know, it was pointed out that there are some tasks around the office that I had to pick up when the receptionist left. And
So
Right.
it would be erased.
yes, but it's not seen as that on the direct deposit. That's just how it was. That's how it was offered. And
I feel like there's a blank in my mind of something I don't know about. All I can see is like you're getting
an additional like 14.
Well, it's
something.
like can you be maybe an extra $10.99 on top, or it's considered a gift?
I would do the taxes on it on my own at the end of the year. I haven't done taxes yet, so I mean, I guess I'll just see
how many
that
times
plays
has
out.
this happened?
This started.
Are you setting 30% of that aside on a monthly basis?
No,
Okay, I'm not surprised. You haven't been smart so far.
it's only been happening for I would say like a half year.
Two different
maybe.
types of income is so weird.
It's all the same
Right.
job.
Okay.
She doesn't get taxed
And-
out of that amount?
I don't.
All right. Discover it.
Yes, my
Okay,
first
doing
credit
some
card out of high
weird crap.
school.
Wow, so exciting. With a
Um,
$722 balance. So we've certainly done nothing to improve it since
It's
a
gone,
decade ago.
It's gone down and then back up. I use
Meaning
it.
you're not a credit card person and you shouldn't have credit cards because you're not a credit card person. You can't manage having access to other people's money. Also, $722.40 with a $35 minimum monthly payment. Well, you still had purchases. Bouncing down because you put a little more towards it, but you still had purchases. And then $13.69 of interest. Why? Your credit score is 586. What the?
When I would use it, then I would pay
I
off the
wonder what my
statement
credit score
balance,
is.
and then obviously it would accrue again. At one point, with one of those semi-annual bonuses, I cleared it off entirely, and I told myself because of the cash back, I would use this for
Oh, sorry.
The
like-
cash back? What cash back are you getting on the Discover It? You're losing 13.69% interest. Why do people still think that you're getting a 1% cash back bonus? You literally got 9 cents, but you were charged $13.69. And what fucking world?
Well,
You had a net loss of $13.60. What are you talking about?
I was hoping that they would help,
Hoping.
like they would
And it's
eventually
for
increase
fucking-
the credit limit because I've had this
Why
for
would you-
almost
why-
10
why-
years.
I'm glad they're not, because you would fucking use it.
No,
You're not a credit card person. You say it keeps going up and down. You are accruing interest on the 2 cards we looked at so far, and you are doubling your student loans for a worthless degree. So it does make any sense.
But isn't the point of using?
You're also
a
not
credit
saving money
card-
for your damn taxes.
Okay, but taxes aside, so isn't it the point of a credit card to go ahead and use it and then pay it off, reuse it again, then pay it off? Because
Well, yes, if you do that every single month without interest accruing, if you're paying off the entire balance every single month, you're not doing that.
Well, I was trying to keep up with that, but there was a
you're
point
not.
where
So you have failed, and you're not a credit card person. It's as easy as that. This is not a complicated thing. Who gives a fuck if you're not a credit card person? It's not some weird award that you like walk around on the street. It's like, oh, I'm a credit card person.
Yeah.
Oh, yay! And then everyone fucking just gives you high fives. That's not so. Who cares? Who cares? You can't utilize credit cards like the majority of Americans. So who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you get cash back on restaurants and gasoline, and so
1%, you're losing 22.24%.
that's actually lower of an APR than I thought it was at.
Yes, and it's still horrendous and stupid and dumb.
Should I tell you all my credit score? Uh-oh. Did I back up before I hit this?
And it's for fucking Peacock. It's for fucking Peacock. And also, gas doesn't matter because I was just told you don't have a car.
Well, my boyfriend has a car, and so if we're driving somewhere together,
So you pay for his gas.
not all the time, but I would
The
like to
person who doesn't have any
contribute.
money and can't fund their schooling thing for a worthless degree. Okay.
I would like to help contribute. It would just make sense. Also,
Contribute with back scratches. It works. Trust me.
I'm sorry, he actually does. Like,
I know. I'm a man. I know how these things work.
okay.
You have a whopping accumulated over the course of probably a year, $12.70 of cash back. So that almost covers 1 month of interest.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying
You're
not to
doing
touch
life
it.
so well.
Good job.
I mean,
Good
it's
job, lady.
What is with this
okay.
cashback crap?
It's still less than what I would think is like the average person's amount of credit card debt. Only 2 credit cards with not even $1,000, like barely $1,200 for 2 credit cards.
2 credit cards that we've looked at so far. I don't know what the entire debt. There's a huge pile in front of me. I don't know what the f- you're talking about. I also, okay. Well, let's keep going. Finger Hut. What the f- is a Finger Hut?
You've never heard of Finger Hut before? I mean, from all your guests, I'm surprised that it's basically kind of like Amazon, but on credit. And so it's another hack to help build your credit up. Because if
Girl, you're in the
almost
500s.
everyone-
You're in the 500s. You are not doing this credit thing correct. Again, as always, you can use the fucking Fizz card. At least it's a debit card that builds credit. That's what we use in our resources. But for fuck's sake, what the fuck is this? It's so stupid.
So I originally I got the Finger Hut thing, and I was only going to buy maybe one small little thing, like a kitchen, like a spoon or something like that, like a set of spoons. And then I would have a super low utilization that would help boost my credit score. But then they raised my limit, and I wanted to get a table.
Table?
Well, because
get a cheap ass table on Facebook Marketplace. What did you spend on a fucking stupid table?
Oh god.
That
What?
balance.
Huh?
That balance. Well, because my at the time it was my friend, but my boyfriend now was moving up from
Jesus,
Florida,
yeah.
and he didn't have any like living room furniture or like dining table. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna hang out in your new apartment in
I'm hanging out in your
Chicago,
apartment.
I didn't want him to at the time. He just moved to Chicago. This is his new little like crib, and so I was like, well, let me help. I helped you
Why
find
are
this
you sugar
apartment.
mommying him when you have no money? You sugar mommied him on a credit card that is accruing interest and fees. What?
It just
What?
made sense to get it
No,
at
it
the
doesn't.
time
Does
because
not
I was
make
also going to
sense.
be using that table. So it's not just
Safe
like
Line
it was
Plus
his.
fee. I don't even know what that is. It's probably just their
Is he
monthly
paying
fee.
for
So you're
it,
paying
or
fees to
you?
have access to
Because
a
I think
table
she said the
that
boyfriend at the
It was a
time.
table and like an island, like a kitchen island. So he would have an extra. That unfortunately, that layout of our apartments doesn't really have a lot of kitchen drawers. So I had to make sure he had a drawer to put his silverware
Why
in.
is he not an adult? How old is this?
He's
Dating
30.
a fucking minor? Oh, okay. He's incapable.
No, he just didn't have a lot of
Oh, he's
furniture
fucking
growing
here.
up.
Okay, I guess
There's
before I
31.
roast him too hard, he's
That
in the
means he's
lobby.
perfectly content.
Well, maybe we'll bring him onto the post show. I always love to interview the spouse in the post show.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, he didn't ask for it. I just was like, I can't
You
have.
gotta stop
He
being
had.
a dumb. I enjoy the heart of it. The heart of it is nice.
I just.
You're
had,
just being a dumb. You can't pay for school. You can't pay the other 2 cards off, including credit one, which is going fees and interest. Stop.
Yeah,
How long
you
does this take to
basically
pay off just
got
doing the minimum
no
fee payment,
debt,
which is what you're doing?
but you're credit.
I don't know. Like maybe.
524. It's not that crazy. How long does it take to pay off?
Or you
But that
do
doesn't mean. I mean, I can
How long
pay
does
more
it take
than
to
the
pay off, and you don't?
maybe like 7 years.
Okay, 3 years, which is still insane.
Oh wow.
But
Okay.
you would
See,
accept-
I over.
What? Are you
I,
fucking kidding me? You want to be 30 with this credit card that's getting paid off for a table he's probably not even
no,
using at
but
that
that's
time?
why I'm thinking about using my
How long have you
bonus
guys been
to help.
together?
Almost 2 years now in July.
Okay, again, I enjoy the heart of it. He can take care of himself. He's a 31-year-old.
Again, this was also I was going to be hanging out at his apartment.
Hang out at yours,
I do try.
and he doesn't want to.
No, that's not entirely true.
Then what the f- is
I mean,
the
kind
issue?
of. He likes to have all his stuff.
You
You
guys
know,
have
he
been
has his.
together for a while. Are you gonna live together?
I've mentioned it before.
Well,
our leases lined up in a
years.
way, but
Uh-oh.
I think both of us just feel
Uh-oh.
comfortable having our own spaces right
You
now.
can have your own space in your space. I mean, that's how people live together.
A
isn't it?
2-bed or a 3-bed would be nice, but Chicago is getting expensive, and it's
Not compared to major cities, but
really
you have
compared
two
to
bed
major
the
house.
2
cities.
bedrooms that I'm leasing right
Uh-huh.
now are going for like $3,600.
in
So
specific
that's
neighborhood, right?
yes, exactly in
Okay.
Lakeview.
Well, yeah, if you're
But
looking
you
at
would have
specific
two
neighborhoods, there's always
incomes.
more expensive neighborhoods, of course. But overall, Chicago as
But
a
what
major
would
city,
it
if you're gonna be a
matter?
major
You
city,
both
is
are
one of the
paying a
two.
But that's
same
the
amount
area of town that I have to live
each.
in.
You have to.
for the
You
apartments you're
can't
in.
take. It's known for
I'm
decent
in
public
Uptown.
transportation.
Yeah, for sure, but it's not the best public transportation.
It's something you could make work out for the sake of your future if you really needed to. I could poke holes in this all day. Come on.
We enjoy that part of town.
I know you do. You'll have a very fun time.
I
visiting
enjoy
it.
not living in the hood, but that's not the point.
Listen, you paid $1,034 in just the finance charge to borrow $920 of whatever the this is. We'll call it a personal loan. So what? What is this? What did you borrow $920 for?
To move to Chicago.
Oh, from Florida? You borrowed a borderline payday loan to move to Chicago from Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I needed it to pay for the
From
moving
palm
truck.
trees to depression.
I moved in the summer, so it was.
You take it very personally.
It was just time for me to leave Orlando.
Okay.
I don't know what the weather's
So,
like
I
in
guess we'll
Chicago,
put
but I know what the weather's like in Florida. Bring a nice chest.
$1,954.50. I see payments of
$40.
$32.62. Is that monthly or biweekly though?
Monthly.
Okay, we
Why
are
did
at a
you swallow like
34.91% interest rate to move. Now, why couldn't you cash flow the move? Why didn't you save up for the cash flow to move? If it only cost $920, it's a 5-year. If it only costs $920 to move cross country, not too bad. Why couldn't we off to cash flow that instead of paying for our moves later? Our channel announcement. Budgeting. Try to start a budget now. Let's even go here. It's not hell. It is. It's in apples and stick to annuals. Answer your educated on right now. 55 months and stick to it. Saving recipe. Time. Best year. For f***'s sake, and we're still.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm still
listen,
paying
guys.
it off. I mean, I'm trying my hardest
Chicken
to
kitchen thing,
make
I think
extra.
I
Yeah?
am try
If
to
I-
Yeah?
replicate the recipe.
Yeah?
But-
You're borrowing for a fucking
How
worthless
much
degree.
it
Go ahead.
costs.
Go ahead. Tell me how you're trying. Go for it.
It was
Going on a vending
Expensive.
machine on a credit one every second of your life. Yeah, go ahead. How you're trying. Yeah, tell me.
expensive. Cross country moves are expensive.
Exactly.
I think
I'm
this
saying
alone
you
covered the
borrowed
moving
924.
truck.
Well, then how much did you move? When I moved cross country, I just packed up half a sedan and sold all my and then bought everything off Facebook Marketplace. The bed frame until 6 months in.
I didn't have my bed frame either.
Exactly.
It wasn't
there you
until
go.
like
What a big girl.
Listen,
Well,
Super proud of you.
all our beds are on the floor for over a year and a half. And no, it's not just because we didn't have money for bed frames, but because I had a baby that was crawling in and out of the beds, and we didn't want him falling and hurting himself. So
when I came to
You
Chicago,
took out a payday loan in order to do this.
yes, but it was to help pay for. I tried working
So
overtime as
You
much
moved
as
two and a half
I could.
years ago and you're
had
still
a
paying on
job
this.
lined up when you moved. Okay.
Yes, but it was because of the fact that
You
I
were stupid and immature and didn't know how to move like an adult and save up money if you really wanted to get a moving truck.
I mean
and now
that
you're
would
paying
have.
for it 2.5 years later because you only live off of debt. Because did you live with your family in Orlando?
I lived with my brother as a roommate.
Okay.
But there was a
that
point
doesn't
when-
sound-
Like he was like 20. I think he's 2 years younger than me. So when
I'm
we were
sorry.
moving,
No.
it was just
25-year-old. That's so different than 27.
I had to do most of the funding when it came to like the overtime and stuff. We even tried selling his
overtime?
motorcycle. Yeah, I worked overtime at,
For what?
at Apple
Funding
Park
for what?
for the move. I had to pay.
Your brother
for
moved
my
here
car.
to Chicago?
We both did it together. Yes.
Okay, I don't think you do that until you can afford it. You don't fund the entire move. You split it down the middle. If you don't, then you rely on yourself and
we
like, he
tried
has
our
to figure it
best.
out.
Well, yeah, he
no,
he sold
you've
his
used the phrase
motorcycle
tried
to.
your best. I don't think you know what try your best is. You could have done this. I did it. We've all done it. I was in a horrible financial situation when I did the move. I did it.
So was I.
I was also getting
I
sober
did have
at the
to
same
put
time.
Of
the,
what?
the
Oh my
U-Haul.
gosh.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
It's like
It was a
you're-
bad
it's
time,
like
but I'm
you're
now
from
in
Miami
Right
instead of
there.
Orlando.
I had to put it
How
on
often
the
were you
credit
doing-
card. They paid it off in 2 months.
Um,
but I had to
pretty
put U-Haul on a
often,
credit
pretty
card.
often.
Really?
Yeah.
How long were you doing this for?
Like less than a year, and then
Okay.
I
How'd you get on that?
just friends at college. It was college
Oh, you're
time.
hanging out with the bad people.
No, I mean they were getting their degrees.
Yeah.
They were still
but they're
working.
heads.
Okay.
I wouldn't define that as the people to look up to.
No, I wasn't looking up to them. I mean, there were just times if we were out going for drinks downtown or something,
And then
it
how
just one
often
thing
were you
turned
doing
to-
it by the end?
Almost weekly.
Oh, just weekly, so not daily. But you would define yourself as addicted?
Yeah, I would say
And what
so.
does this have to do with you borrowing for Chicago?
That's expensive. That
Oh, you're saying
addiction
all your
was
money
that
went
happened. But at the
So
time,
essentially,
but
this
then
is a
once I
payday loan
moved
for
to
co-
not
That's
entirely,
kind of how it's offsetting, though, mathematically.
but you
if
see
think
how
about
like I would try to work overtime as much as possible, and then
Yeah,
end
to
up
fund your-
I was also setting aside money to be able to move, and then to also
But
live
you
in
didn't
general
because
because I was
so you took out a payday loan to move, which was really a payday loan for.
I am now almost 3 years
And I'm
sober.
very proud of that, and I love that, and it shows that you have discipline. But let's be honest about why you actually borrowed the money.
Yes, I
It
had
was
to
to
get some
fund
extra
your
help.
little habit of the snorting.
That was 100% no, because
Variety.
once I came up to Chicago, I didn't have any
No.
kind of
Wait,
connection. I was like,
what?
that's it.
No, you're misunderstanding. I'm saying you only had to borrow this because you couldn't save up enough money to move because it all went to the snorting. So in a way, this 34.91% interest rate loan was to snort. But okay,
Oh,
moving on.
Is she?
Again, 3 years. I am happy about that.
Is she?
Thank you.
in
That is
her
good. That shows that you have discipline.
recovery?
5-year term, longer than 3
She in
years. but-
recovery. Thank you, honey.
Chicago. It just says Chicago. What do you?
Oh, so this
Chicago
is
money?
Like-
I have when I did have my car, it was I had a lot of tickets. The tickets
For
were-
why?
honestly, the city of Chicago can get you for almost anything.
Well, then you make
Um,
sure not to
in
do
terms of
anything.
like parking, like you
Well,
just
if you
you're
park
there
illegally, yes.
for okay, but they have the most particular rules.
Oh, you're such
and
a
stuff.
baby. You can't
Those
do
particular
anything.
rules.
Okay,
You can't do
This
anything
is such a
without it being
silly-
a victim.
It's such a silly thing that for 2 hours a day on one side of the road you can't park your
Yes,
car there.
Chicago
They have it
micromanages
down
everyone's
here.
life,
It's
and that's
called
why I don't
7th
live there, even though I
Avenue.
like visiting it. I couldn't live in a place like that, but you chose to. You could follow the rules. You're not a victim in this. You did it. Every single.
Well, we have a side of the road down here, 7th Avenue, where it's a 1-lane street for most of the day, and then it becomes a 2-lane street during rush hour.
The situation so far. It's always someone else's fault or something.
No,
Or
I
a
know.
reason outside of your control.
I understand that I shouldn't have
It's literally
parked there and
$100.
stuff, but
When was this? Oh
it-
wait, no, it's more.
it's roughly about 800.
So why haven't you made any progress? Over how long?
So I was trying to I haven't had my car in like a year. So I think it was like within the first year of living in Chicago that I accumulated all those.
How the have you not touched it? Oh, because we don't have any money, and that's why we have to borrow student
No,
loans for
no.
a pointless degree. Right.
No, I've
That's why we're
started.
not paying off payday loans. Right. So, right.
I have started.
What is starting? $5 into it?
No, so you can start
We
a
skip
payment
deep dish for a
plan.
day.
You can start a payment plan
Yeah.
with them, but then it's not an auto pay. So I just forgot for like a month or two because I don't have a car, and then
Oh,
it would
come
just
on.
cancel, and so I'd have to
Again.
restart.
Do
the
not have a
payment plan.
violation. You
Budgeting
have a
app.
payback.
Man,
Have
all
to.
you people just download the budgeting app. There will be no more excuses like this. It will have that. We're building out a feature so that bills are in your fucking calendar and
Security
you
number.
can never miss shit anymore. This is crazy.
I
I can't believe
I
it
do
is
have,
never your fault. It's because there's no automatic payment. So wham.
I have something in my calendar to remind me of the payment plan for
What's the
Chicago.
payment?
Really, I tried
Um,
that too.
It is the 7th of every month.
How much money? Oh my!
I think it's about $52 a month.
You are such a sweet person, so nice, and I enjoy being around you as a person. But my goodness, This financial conversation is just making me stick a barrel between my teeth. This gap.
Oh,
I guess.
Ooh.
Thank you. I mean,
that's like pulling tight.
I know I made mistakes. I get that. So
Is that continued?
no, that's a
So this is a 15% interest rate for your loan monthly of $7,000. Oh, but total number of payments 9,000. What is this? What is this possibly? And why?
Right before I moved, I needed some kind of form of transportation. So my roommate before living with my brother helped me. He wanted to try and be like a loan shark, and so he
what a career choice.
he was
Guys,
he,
that's
he
the
was
new-
getting an accounting degree. Like he's like going to be like an accountant, but so he
So he wanted to try being a loan shark as a side hustle.
yeah. Well, he helped me get my Mazda 3 that I had
For a loan
before.
shark, 15%
that-
interest isn't the worst.
Well, I
but-
know. I told him that my old car, I was able to negotiate it down because I told him that one of my old cars before
Negotiate
was
it
at
down
a
to your
12%. I needed a car.
So he was going for an
and
accounting. I'm going to gift you an accounting certification course, Chris, so maybe you can get a real job someday. You have a real job right now, but like a, not career ready.
Anyways, he
Yes.
he helped me get the car. He paid for it in cash, and then I would pay him per month what that payment plan is, amortized or whatever, as you say it. And
What is owed on it now?
Don't you have to have
I stopped
money?
paying December of
That one.
2023
Parsons, you can sure.
Why?
because the transmission went out
That's not
entirely.
how that works.
I know.
Listen, he's a bit weird for trying to like take advantage of a friend in this situation, but you did come to an agreement.
I know. And I want to pay him back eventually. I do. I feel
No,
bad.
you have to pay
Well, he
back.
stopped hitting me up for it.
Well, yeah, because
So-
you're a lowlife who
I-
doesn't pay back people.
No,
I
I
would too.
I 100% want to pay him
I
back.
would lock you out. I don't surround myself with people
You
that
still haven't paid them back.
are addicts or don't pay back agreed upon money.
There were a lot of other expenses that came up at the same time.
Oh, like everyone else in life? Tells me you didn't have an emergency fund?
I wasn't able to save an emergency fund.
I disagree. I bet we could have found a way. I bet you were living some high life. Get it?
I'm looking at the hair.
I
She
plan on
definitely
talking to him
did.
eventually and saying like, hey,
It's been
look,
2
here's
years.
the rest of what I can pay.
You're gonna
it's,
collection settle him.
No,
Your
I would
friend.
pay him the rest of what's
What do you
owed.
owe?
I think probably only around like
Yes, I was
like
thinking
three
that too.
$3,000,
1,000?
3,000
Okay,
left.
and is interest accruing?
I don't know. He hasn't reached out
He'll
to
probably
me.
want it to be.
I don't mind paying that. I would
It's
pay
gonna
that.
be 15% compounded since December 2023.
I don't know how much that would end up leading to, but obviously I would help him pay. I would pay him
Well,
back the
probably
rest of what the
or-
car, like the actual like amount that he paid for the car would be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at that, he technically was getting like $2,000 worth of like interest from
yes,
me.
he was making money off of a product that he created for you.
So
yeah.
then I would still end up
essentially.
paying what it
It was
would be if I
weird,
had. Yes,
Well,
but it
That
was also
was the
helpful.
yeah, but you haven't been
point.
putting money towards it, so interest would accrue
You're gonna
more.
pay
Just
him
like when
back
you
the
don't put
money
money
that
towards a
he
credit card,
paid
spend more
out.
money on it, interest goes up higher. Not the rate, but the amount. Because the balance is. This is calculating you making every payment
Yes.
of $195 a month. You haven't been doing that in a year and a few months.
No, but he
Oh
also.
What a dude! Everything. The transmission died. Oh, that means I'm out of it.
Well, I was trying to get the transmission fixed. I put all the
Doesn't
money
matter. You
towards.
still borrowed. And listen, I wouldn't have done what he did anyway. In fact, I would actively discourage that. I don't think it was a very good thing for him to do on a just personal level and friendship level. But either way, you did agree to it. Did you agree to it in writing?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think he's going to, but he could come after in like court.
I know, 100%. I can see that because okay. Here's the thing: is
You
that
can see that.
he hasn't yet, though. I mean,
I know. That's what I just said.
So, I mean, I'm just hoping. That's why I want to talk to him moving forward about this and say, hey, let's.
Or is he just not reaching out?
not reaching out anymore. He after the
wouldn't.
first 2 months of after the car died, he just stopped talking to me.
What'd you say?
All right, enough
From-
about the car.
From Florida, it's like 20 during COVID. He
Okay.
kept yes.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. It happened, and we
Well done.
yeah, it's all done. We
said
we
well
both
done,
got
but, yeah.
well, we got I think I got kind of tired of it, and then
Of
I
the
moved
sex?
out.
With the way that you're doing it. Okay, what is this? It's an email that came in through Plaza Services. Net Credit was the original creditor. Resolve a balance of $4,984. I assume this is in collections for what?
It was originally another one of the loans to help with the move. I think it
What?
was
This was 4,984 to move, so it wasn't the 998.
so it that must have now you taught me about how interest can keep going as you don't pay.
Yes.
Because I think the loan originally was only just another 1,000. Because then that would pay for the gas and stuff that was required
All right,
to get
you're
up
going
here.
through our debt class. You're going through our budgeting class. You're going through our investing class. You have to understand what the all this means. You got to go through the education, take the
I'm
quizzes.
getting
You can
googly
gift it to
eyes.
him as well.
I'm about
I
to
don't-
fall asleep.
This is insane that you could just leave something sitting there. Now there's this big consequence. You get it all for free as being a guest. You guys get it at a big discount, all bundled.
that was really happening.
Well, it's in collections. No wonder
Yeah.
your credit score shot.
I don't think that one's hit my credit score yet, luckily.
Really? So when it does, your credit score is getting even worse. Hold on.
But if I reach out to them,
$4,984.65. What?
you
What?
think
That
that
was a lot of money
what do you
for
mean?
pizza.
What? What were you saying?
Oh, do you think that if I reach out to them before they hit my account or my credit, that they'll just have me pay it before, like, without dinging me on my credit? Because they've reached out a couple
potentially,
times.
you might be able to settle it. Okay, so 2,804 was your income plus an additional $1,200. Okay, what hits? So that's what hits your account on a monthly basis. How much did you spend last month?
I'm guessing, including rent and stuff.
Total spend.
Probably like 2,500.
Okay, $8,432. What the f- are you talking about? No wonder you're financing everything in your life and know nothing, and have to rely on other people that you're banging in order to get money from.
No, that's not okay.
That's
that
what
was
happened.
okay. That's what happened 4 years
Still
ago.
happened, you stole the money to them.
I-
Girl,
okay.
you have payday loans from when you were moving, and one in collections from when you were moving 2.5 years ago. I don't give a shit if it's 4 years ago. This is your behavior that's endlessly happening.
It's okay. I mean, I didn't know that it was 8,000 at all. I thought
No, you don't budget.
okay.
No.
No,
No?
I budget a little bit. I definitely.
Oh,
okay,
go on.
so-
You didn't even know you had a fucking Audible subscription.
I-
Go on. What's your little budgeting?
I get paid.
I know you like
once
to
a
write
month.
creatively. Do you creatively write numbers and they're just made up?
Well, like, you know those Excel budget like templates that they have.
Okay.
So I know I
Never
get
seen
paid.
one,
so
but
well,
okay.
obviously.
Well, I know I get paid at the beginning of every month, so it just makes sense that I would then. I would.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I make sure that all of my main bills, like my rent, I have to pay $75 for the CTA every month.
Parsons,
All my
got
like
money,
credit
don't
card,
worry
whatever,
about it.
all my usual bills, I'll just take care of at the beginning of the month, and then from there, like savings or fun money.
Fun money? In what world do you think
Fun
you're allowed to
money?
have fun money? You have credit card debt that is not being paid off, that is accruing interest and fees. 2 credit cards that are getting monthly fees. You were trying to buy him tables of bull. You were borrowing double what you have on high interest rate student loans, probably, if we're being honest. What the fuck are you talking about? At a private school on a degree that has double the unemployment rate of the unemployment rate in the United States. What the fuck are you talking about fun money? Who do you think you are?
I mean, if I'm moving to a place like Chicago, I think it should be fair that I just have a little bit of
If you're
stuff that
fair, f- you're fair. What is fair? Fair is not a thing that exists. You live in a place where people put in effort, and if they don't, they fail, and it's on you.
and that's I mean what I've been trying to
And that's
make
why
it
you're failing,
in-
because you can't, and you haven't been putting in that effort, or at least knowledge. You
I
might have the feeling of effort, but you're not doing it in a knowledgeable way, obviously.
I mean, I'm still
Well,
able to
that's
go
a good
grab
bet.
sushi and
Girl,
like
your
try
debt's going
other.
up. No shit. Absolutely. That's what happens. Spent more money than you made. No shit. You can do it because you have access to debt, which is why you shouldn't have access to debt, because you don't know how to. You're not paying for your school. You're borrowing to pay for your school, so you have leftover money to go get sushi. No. What do you think is happening? You're being subsidized for the taxpayer in your housing.
I mean, I feel like that
I'm not saying that's even a bad
control,
thing, but I'm not even saying that's necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
But the thing is, you think fair. You're fair. You're getting every fair thing that is possible. You're like, that's not fair.
But if I'm still able to make my minimums, that's my thought. That was my thought process. That if I can make my minimums and everything is still coasting, nothing's being shut off.
Your debt's going up. Coasting's not good enough. You're gonna die in poverty. You're coasting. That's why you've been in school for 8 years. Yeah, coasting. That's your profession. Professional coaster. This is huge for financial audit. For a year now, my team and I have worked with experts to create what I truly believe are the 3 best educational programs in the financial space online. We have our budgeting program right and to you.
My tell you about the new grip.
Them will now hopefully
my insurance.
Let me tell you about the new grip. Jim and I were on the phone yesterday because my computer was acting up. And Jim says I need a new computer. So I may have to run a grift if I ever get paid subs.
Car insurance?
Yeah. I think maybe final month before my car conked out.
Also, you got to take into account your rent that you don't have a car payment or car insurance because you live in that walkable area, and that helps. That offsets it. Your cost of living is adjusted.
I get that I don't have a car, like car
insurance
bills
or car
whatever,
charging
gas or whatever, but I do still have to pay for the CTA.
Yeah, how much is that on a monthly basis?
$75 for a 30-day pass.
That is not bad at all compared to car payments, car insurance, or gas or charging.
I do also get free CTA through school,
Okay,
but my card was
so
not
shut
working.
The f- up. Are you stupid? Figure it out. Go talk to someone.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? Are you incapable of doing anything?
Well, there's also during better weather.
People gas. You didn't pay your damn gas bill?
No, I definitely paid it all, but I think when I moved to this rent controlled apartment, like to my new apartment, I guess like they didn't shut down my service on time.
Call and shut down the service.
I swear that I went online and I shut it down.
So far, you've been incapable of doing pretty much anything. So I honestly am not confident in that statement.
I feel like I definitely.
You pay $75 instead of getting a card fixed.
I thought that it was shut off for sure. I didn't know that it was not shut off until people's gas showed up on the account.
Reality is it isn't. So why didn't you pay the bill then?
I don't have an extra 200 randomly to just
Why?
288
you said
to
I'm
drop
entitled
off.
To go get sushi.
That's like $70 a month. Like that's like what I would say that. That's
I'm able to fact check it. $855 going out to eat last month. You're stupid. You're a brat. You're a spoiled brat. Ooh. Spoiled brat.
It makes so much more sense to go out to eat sometimes than get groceries because I don't have a car to bring the stuff home.
Nope. You walk to the convenience store, you get your
it's not
store.
Okay. It's not.
So everyone else that's
like I said, after talking into going to the chicken kitchen place. Everything there. I can make. I'm eating nice, okay? I make everything there. I still have the receipt from it. I'm wondering how much I would have to spend to recreate that dish at home.
That's doing it. They're not doing it.
No, I'm just saying that it just if I know that I'm going to spend more money on going out.
Groceries delivered.
I have gotten groceries delivered,
and it would be cheaper than what you're doing now. I don't even think you have to do that though.
I was thinking about
it's all sushi and Big Gay Sal's Pizza.
They have by the slice, so it would be easier than.
You got $855 of slices.
So I mean, what's the point of coming to a city like Chicago?
Question. All right. Should I start the GoFundMe as a joke?
And not experiencing it.
I absolutely agree. Experience it. So budget this. Don't do a worthless degree that is costing you endless amount of time and money. so that you can experience it and actually live life. Instead,
Yes,
you're being a
'cause
dumb
snacks are
thinking you're
good.
entitled to it. You're not entitled to anything.
I'm working
Anything.
through everything.
Working through, your debt's going up. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what that word means. You don't know what effort. You don't know what trying. You don't know what I deserve. You don't know what fair. You don't know what anything means. You're already in subsidized housing. We are subsidizing your housing, by the way, which I am not even against the concept, but we are literally subsidizing so that you can spend $900 going out to eat on a monthly basis. That is how it is mathematically working.
But
That is how it's mathematically
I'm
working. Which,
constantly
by the way,
working
those
that-
units prevent more housing from going up mathematically.
It's
Mathematically,
only-
guess where the most housing was built in the United States? A non-rent controlled city like Austin, Texas. And guess what? Housing has gone down more in terms of rent. Guess what? Rent prices have gone down more than any other city in the country. The place where housing's built. But instead, because you're doing that so that you can go get sushi, they're building less housing there,
Oh
making
my
rent
God.
even more expensive. That's
I
New
like
York,
the ones I
Chicago,
get from
LA, San
Costco's, the ones I
Francisco,
throw in the
Boston,
freezer.
all the places,
and
all the same
those
rules.
CDs
those
buy
parts
me
of
more.
Chicago that I'm in
Oh,
are asking for density. Actually, they're looking for
Listen.
more
Yeah,
density,
They're
and there
looking
are.
for it. Guess why it's not being built?
Boy,
Because of people like you.
I'm working
who's
under
those
someone
singing?
that's making a new building
Listen,
right
don't get
now.
me
There's
wrong.
multiple
Don't
buildings
get me
right
wrong,
now. Like
building
it's
will
happening.
happen, but it's not
All
fully
right,
meeting
let's see
demand
something
because it's
here.
more expensive to build housing. It's more expensive to build housing because of those requirements. So instead, it makes rent more expensive for everyone.
It's only if you change the zoning that
For
that.
everyone.
that-
not
that
just
rent
zoning. You
control-
have great zoning there in Chicago compared to
No,
most
I know,
places.
but if you
It is more expensive because of those required units.
right, if you build a new building and you have to change the zone, you have to put in those ARO units. But if you
Mhm.
don't change the zoning, you don't have to put in those
So what if the
ARO
zoning
units.
doesn't give us good building that would lower housing costs for everyone? So we just don't do that. That's ineffective. That doesn't make sense. Let the
Let's
fucking
see.
market meet the demand. That's what we did here.
What would
And
be a
guess
good
what?
amount?
Now our rent is cheaper than Dallas. This used to be the most expensive city in all of Texas, and we are cheaper than Dallas now because we let the market meet it. Instead, you want to be able to go spend $900 a month on sushi thanks to the taxpayers.
I mean, I'm
Well
making
done.
sure that the market is there. I'm literally leasing these
Market is there.
crazy units. Like, I mean, they're great units, but they're expensive. I know what it looks like to try and make the market change in a way to develop a neighborhood more.
Yeah, you're just not doing it productively in a way that actually works.
Okay, at work, yes, I think I am. I think that
at
because
work
I'm a
with the
part.
job that with the job that you're required to do, maybe. When you're helping people
I get,
sign
like,
leases.
I do more than just the leases. I market them. We
Alright,
make
let's
sure that we
see.
have the
Okay,
price
yeah, but you're
points for the new
marketing
buildings
available
and stuff.
units.
There's new constructions. I'm under a developer. Like the developer is making these new constructions to try and help build different parts of town, like Uptown, for example.
So you think
is,
it's
like,
okay
not the
that you
best.
feel you deserve because you moved to a city where some exciting things are, you deserve to spend $900 going out to eat, and yet to live the subsidized lifestyle? Which I am, again, not even against subsidized units. It's making it sound like I am during this. There is nuance in every conversation. The fact is, you are essentially saying that you deserve that and are entitled to it. In what fucking world do you live in? You've been coasting your entire life. You said it yourself. You've been coddled. You've never had to actually go out and make work on your own, with your own, without being helped by someone else. You're always being helped and coddled.
I don't think that's true.
You're literally being coddled by the taxpayer right now in rules and regulations. Again, and that's not even me being against it, but the fact is you have been in that. You've always been in the school ecosystem.
Part-time.
Huh? Yeah, but you're still
Part-time.
doing it.
I was not relying on the brother. I was the one that was working overtime in Florida, trying to make sure that everything was set up perfectly, that we had an apartment up here set up in Chicago. I mean, and I had to work jobs. I worked as like a server for multiple years. I worked at like a call center. I worked at a bunch of shitty jobs.
Who
And then
spends $900 a month on getting pizza slices and has negative $24.80 in their checking account. You're a success that we should all look up to.
that is
return fee. Oh, there it all is.
That
because
is my
you never have money.
that was my second checking account that I
Oh,
opened to
no.
only pay for tuition.
Guys, it's my second checking account, so I don't have to be responsible there. I can be a child. It's the second one. I only have to be responsible on my first one.
I was trying to
I
I
you're
got-
a baby, dude.
I second checking account so then I could then try and manage my bills a little bit better and
How's
get
that
more.
working?
I mean, okay, it's
No,
still,
you're negative. You're getting return fees. What delusion? I don't understand.
I thought the money was in there for my tuition payments.
Your tuition payments, that is 99% being covered by student loans. Oh, Okay, Acorns. You're using Acorns. We have an Acorns link for more money than most people get in our description.
Thank you. I was trying with that winter bonus. Was that? Oh, that wasn't. Sorry, I didn't realize that what you were saying.
No, yeah, our sign-up incentive is more money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
like
gotcha.
8 times or something. But I
Interesting.
don't know what are you talking about. I see 38. I see
Okay, what are we
balance
going to
$3. That's what you're so excited about?
help
I
us
was really
girl get
excited.
a new PC, support a child's gaming and
I'm thrilled.
homework,
I guess it's better than negative.
or donate for a child's new computer.
Oh, because I had to pull.
You're so
some of the
nice. You're
money
so
out.
sweet. You're
Oh,
just
this
so
is my checking.
lost.
No. It's actually no. This is my checking account. It's
That's
the
what I
only $3. I'm sorry. It was only $3 because I had moved
Or
the
should I write
500
you
or
one?
whatever money to each of my investing accounts. So like my
I can't wait to
Yes,
talk to the guy in the post show, see if he's as delusional as you, or if he's starting to pick up on all this insanity and excuses you make
This
constantly.
is a joke.
$16 in this
is a
Cash App
joke thing,
account.
okay? Let's
Wait,
start with that.
but I have the. Can we circle back to the Acorns thing because
Sure, let's circle back corporate talk. Can we talk about this offline?
Sorry. Following up, the invest and the later are my 2 other accounts that I'm trying to like do stocks and like.
Which I assume we will get to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but you
we
said
have
those are
all
like
your
$3.
accounts
So
in
I was
that
just
Acorns account. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I only use
Vending
it to
machine,
transfer-
vending machine, Apple Bill, DoorDash, guys. Guess what? We can't afford to fucking pay for our own rent, so let's get DoorDash. You are making me sound like the absolute most like extreme against fucking subsidize anything. It's just looking at your actions around it. You make me go extreme. It's crazy. Apple Bill. And you went inside, got some BS.
I'm
It
still
just doesn't-
fighting
Inside got
about
some
that.
BS.
They
Apple
won't
Bill.
let me
Apple Bill.
get
Oh my
my
gosh, what are you
taxes
doing with Apple?
back.
Pull up your phone.
Not that.
I'm gonna snoop around.
Just saying the
I'm
only
snooping. I'm a snooper. I am Snoopy.
you need what the subscriptions.
Open
He's
up
a snooper.
your phone.
He
I'm
is snooping.
Oh my god.
I am snooping. Yeah, she pulled up her subscriptions. Good. I'm starting a screen recording. We will black out anything sensitive. Facetune. I'll be honest. You have a pretty face. You also have a boyfriend, so I don't understand the point of needing that because people get that and then they fucking catfish on dating profiles.
Oh, I don't use it much anymore. I didn't realize that the
Oh,
subscription was
guess what?
still
It's
running.
$10 a month. Good job.
month?
Canva. I don't know. That's what it looks like. New York Times Games.
I love Wordle.
Pixar. Congratulations. Use like a free version online.
Well, Wordle Connections Mini. I like to
Buddy,
go into the
you
archives.
literally can't afford. You're negative in your checking account. I don't care. Listen, you can make these excuses when you have some wiggle room. You don't. You're literally negative, so I can't. No, you know what? There's a part of me that like I deserve. I want to go to the big city and I want to experience that. I get that, and a part of me vibes with that. The moment you are negative in your checking account, no, it's done. You do not deserve or get to or have an even desire to. You get to walk on the fucking lake for free. That's what you get to do. If you're negative in your checking account, you don't get anything. It is as easy as that.
All right, I'm gonna send
skincare,
it.
It's expensive, $35.99. Planner journal.
I'm going to send it to Jim. We'll see what he does.
I think you haven't upgraded your iPhone in a bit because you certainly can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is I usually do it every 2 years.
She got jewelry. She got jewelry. She got jewelry. Oh my gosh. Some was that a Nazi book? It's all German.
Oh no, it was a Christmas gift. It was Philosophers.
Okay.
My friend is really into like.
Anytime I see German, I get scared.
No, oh my god, please. These are like I was getting Christmas
book,
gifts.
A wooden cookbook display. Christmas gifts. You can't afford rent. You're not getting a checking account.
These are all Christmas gifts.
You don't get to do it.
But I had the bonus.
You are not entitled. We have this is. I know this isn't American only. This has to be human. We set up these structures and these things that we're excited to do. You are not entitled to it. You are not entitled to Christmas. Math is math is math is math. If you don't have the money, you don't get to do it. I want you to do it, and I want to structure your life in a way where you get out of your bad situation so you can live the fuck out of your life. That is the end goal we want to get to. You're not there. You don't get to do it.
But okay,
I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. At least you got $318 in this checking account.
Oh.
Oh my! It's all bullshit. The person who can't afford rent. Good job. Well done. Win
It's
inside
not.
Gus and BS. Win inside Gus and BS. Starbucks.
Ooh.
Cash apping out money. Uber. Little Lime Rider. Selling out money. Lime riding. Oh, guys.
I love
walk
the
and
Lime
take-
scooters.
Guess what? You cannot afford the Lime scooters. Get a fucking little scooter that is a one-time purchase and go around places. You have it in Chicago. Lock it up. I'm
Again,
sure someone will steal it, but buy
It's
another one
the
after that.
upfront cost
Talk
of
about,
doing
of
that.
course, but you spend it.
He's mad. I sent it to him. He's so mad.
It's much on Lime already that you could probably cover the cost of one in a month. Taco Bell, Lime. Oh my gosh. Cash apping out, ATM withdrawal, $43. Who knows where that went? There's the Canva subscription. BMO, Spotify, Spotify, Uber. They won't cover it. They won't
I mean, they
reimburse?
do, but I mean, school too. Like, I need
Why the fuck are you paying for it then? If they're
because
covering it.
well, I don't want to. I don't want to mix like my work and my school Canva stuff.
Uber! Selling out $25.
so
Big
mad
gay
right
Sal.
now.
Big gay Sal. How gay is he?
There's this part of Chicago called Boys Town, and that's where me and my friends like to go out a lot. And so there's this new pizza place that he sells slices and by the slice, and it's like right by our usual going out places where we go for like $2 drinks. We try to find deals when we're out and about. So
Oh my god.
Mm,
Let's see if
docking.
we can find this like
Fun Snow
copy.
Fee. The fuck is that?
Funds now fee, because I really wanted to have my check. Like,
You do the little fucking micro pay thing.
One
You keep
time,
it
one
for
time.
Big gay
Literally,
Sal. For
one-
Big gay Sal. Big gay Sal gets fucking pay advancing.
it
Come
was,
on, Big gay Sal doesn't even care about that.
it was one time, and it wasn't even
Big
just
gay
for
Sal
that.
does
I
not
was-
need your money that much.
because I get paid the first Friday
Oh,
of the
true.
month, it always risks the possibility that the calendar lines up weird and I wouldn't be able to pay my rent between the grace period. So that's like sometimes I'll have to take I'll need to
shut the up. Starbucks, Emporium, Lime, liquor. Thank goodness. This is what we really need when we can't afford life. Records, we 100% need that. It's the only way to listen to music when we already have a
Oh my
Spotify
God.
subscription.
it was that's
Shut
like,
the fuck up. Realm. ATM withdrawal 203. Who knows
Oh
where
my
that went?
God.
ATM withdrawal
Hold up.
143. Who knows where that went? ATM withdrawal 143. Who knows?
Oh, okay. I'm. Oh. Okay, let's just skip to where he tries to make her the budget because oh my god. Oh god.
1170. Utilities
Pictures.
like 35.
Pictures.
for everything, including the internet.
Everything is in like
Oh my
technically built into
Oh
a
my
utility
God.
package, and I don't get charged that because I'm in the Aero. So
Okay,
I
so
only
you
get
don't
charged
have
electric.
to-
No, electric is only
Glad you get
35
sushi for $900 a month. So 35.
for electric. Yeah,
Okay, internet.
They're actually sending
included in the
home.
rent.
Oh my
It is.
god.
Included.
You know what the crazy thing is? Gosh, I'm just gonna sound like an extremist. I'm doing it again. The thing is, I believe in taking care of those who can't take care of themselves. I believe in
Oh,
helping
no.
mentally disabled. I believe
Oh.
in people who have gotten injured. I believe in
Oh.
helping people
Oh
that
my
get unemployed. They I mean, they've paid into the unemployment system anyway.
Oh
I
my
believe
God.
in these things to help
Oh
people that
my
cannot be
God.
helped. You are spending $900 a month on rent. Why the should the other taxpayer pay
okay.
for your damn?
Okay, guys. All right. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna show you. This. I'm cutting out a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm cutting out a whole bunch of stuff before I show this, guys. Okay. Oh, we're gonna go down to this. All right. Okay. Now, I want you to understand what I'm seeing here, what you guys are going to be seeing here. Okay. I have to go find another shirt to put my child in because this is him at school. You see this? I don't think some of the parents were aware that this was going to happen. I mean, I thought something like this was going to happen, but I was not aware that that was going to happen. So now I need to go find stuff because I have to go and pick him up and 30 minutes. So please excuse me while I he's fine. He's perfectly fine. I just don't know how I'm going to get him home without my entire back seat being purple. It's called the Color Run. It was an epic sports fun day. Apparently, they decided that they're just going to throw powdered chalk on these children. Trust me, there's 22 kids in this class, and every single one of them is covered head to toe in orange and red. And do I have a tarp? Not one I can access quickly. All right, y'all. Taco Bell is colored up. Bye, y'all. I gotta go get some stuff.